Hello students, so today's lesson is on capitalization. Make sure you have your materials that you need. Materials needed: a language arts notebook, your pen, pencils, or colored gel pens. If you do not have your supplies at this moment, go ahead and pause the video and go gather your supplies and then press play. Make sure you turn to a new clean page and you're going to write capitalization as your topic, and right underneath you're going to write down the objective. I can use correct capitalization. Go ahead and say it out loud one more time. I can use correct capitalization. And why don't you go and turn and talk to your talking buddy? Discuss what today's objective is. That I can use correct capitalization. And as always, just a reminder, if you see the hand emoji pen tool on screen, that's an indicator for you that you need to write down these notes. So, capitalization rules. Skip down some few lines. I'm going to write nice and big capitalization rules. And your first rule is the first letter of the first word in a sentence. That is rule number 1. So the beginning letter of any sentence is going to be capitalized. Here we have some examples. Tomorrow we are going to the zoo. See how the T is bold and capitalized? That is your first example. Go ahead and write down these examples as well. Example number 2. How many people are going with you? The H is capitalized even though it's a question, because it's the beginning of the sentence, we need to capitalize it. In our third example, we are going to Disneyland when it reopens. The W in we needs to be capitalized. So you're going to write the first rule of capitalization is that the first letter of the first word in the sentence needs to be capitalized. If you have different colored pens or pencils, go ahead and write the examples in a different color than your rule, so you could tell it's an example. If you need to pause the video to copy this down, you may do so right now. If not, let's continue. We also, second rule is to capitalize the names of people and places. That is our second rule, that we need to capitalize the names and people, the names of people and places. So here are an example. Remember that names of people and places are also known as proper nouns. Here are examples. Heather, that's the name. Heather, Jacob, Carrie, Jason, Sarah, Hazel, Christopher. All these are names and they're capitalized. But also places need to be capitalized, such as Target, Burger King, McDonald's, St. Francis Cabrini. Take a look at St. Francis Cabrini. We have the S capitalized because it represents saint. We have Francis because it's the name with the F. We have X capitalized because it's a middle name. And we also have C capitalized because it's a last name. So all of these letters need to be capitalized. Take a look at the word Burger King. The B and the K are capitalized because they're both are the name of the place. Target and T is capitalized. And take a look at my name, Miss Gonzalez. The M is capitalized and the G is capitalized as well. Our third rule of capitalization is days, months, and holidays. For example, holidays are capitalized such as Christmas, the C, V for Valentine's, and day as well. So Valentine's Day, the first letter of each word needs to be capitalized. H for Halloween, and L and D for Labor Day. Example of days capitalized: Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Months need to be capitalized as well. The first letter of the word: J for July, S for September, A for August, M for May. Make sure when you're writing down your notes that you distinguish the letters that very thoroughly that it's a capitalized letter and not a big lowercase letter. So make sure you write it down. Another rule is the main words in the title. For example, in the book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. See how we only have the name and the location capitalized. We do not have the conjunctions. The conjunctions do not need to be capitalized, such as the and the, because it's in the middle connecting the both nouns. Chocolate fever, we have the C and the F because they're the main words in the title, such as well Harry Potter and that Prisoner of Azkaban. The names are capitalized and the location as well. Dogman Unleashed, Islands of the Blue Dolphin, and The Witches. So the titles is where it gets a little bit more tricky because sometimes we see, well, the witches, the is capitalized in the witches, but the in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is not capitalized. The difference is in the witches, it begins with the title. So that's why the T is capitalized. Another rule is titles that come before someone's name, such as Dr. Smith. The D is capitalized and the S is capitalized for his name. Mr. Swift with the M. Principal Jones. Principal is a title of a person, so such as Principal Hart as Mrs. Hart. The P would be capitalized and the H would be capitalized. And for a married person, Mrs. Shelby, the M is capitalized and her name too. Her name as well for the S. Now we're going to practice. Make sure you hit the next button for your assignment here on Canvas. If you're not able to log into Canvas to complete the assignment, do not worry, there's an assignment posted for you on Seesaw as well. If you're not able to type into it, please go ahead and send me a message on the Google Classroom stream, or if you're doing this before our Zoom meet today, please tell me the problem that we're having so we can resolve it together.